Good morning, and welcome to the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Sabrina, and I will be leading the meditation this morning. So, if you haven't already, I just get into a comfortable position and simply just close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. And take this moment just to settle into your sacred space, allowing yourself this time that you have gifted. And so just gently take in a deep breath in and just allowing for that expansion and release. Release any tension, anything that is not serving you in this moment. And take another in-breath in through your nose. And again, just simply release anything. And allow yourself to sink deeper and deeper into relaxation. And just allow your breath right now to return to its natural rhythm. Now take a moment and just to scan your body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, and just notice any sensation, any tightness, perhaps any tension, and just breathe into that space, allowing it to relax. And now I invite you to drop deeper into yourself, turning inwards to that inner listening, that inner feeling, that inner seeing of divine love, that perfection that exists as you, your divine nature that vibrates all around you, within you, and is one with you. Sit and feel this warmth feeling for a moment. You are divine, a luminous being of love and truth. Inquire into truth and allow truth to reveal itself to you. You are worthy. You are divine perfection. You are an emanation of divine love. And now sit in this beautiful space that you have created for yourself until you hear the sound of my voice again. Or the more you connect with the magic that is you, the more you are able to share it with others and the world through your kindness, your acts, your words, your embrace. So simply just breathe in and feel the joy of your divine self, the one who stands confidently and who is deeply fulfilled, knowing you are here to shine your light onto others. And so now begin to bring your awareness back to your physical space, feeling the chair, the floor under you. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, and when you are ready, you may open your eyes.
You want to start this one?
Hmm?
You want to start?
Mm-hmm.
I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am a blessing manifest, and I can't undress the moment naked time at once beneath my mind and from within and find the kind of beauty only I can find. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am surrendering so willingly to be the perfect me inside this now and truly. How else can it be? Destiny, she blesses me. Destiny, she blesses me. And when I try to fight or run, I only wind up back at square one. When I think I know what's best for me, oh love, she takes me back to exactly where I need to be. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am divinely timed and shining brightly. And yes, I believe that there's a purpose for me. I believe that we are light and we shine infinitely. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am not aimlessly existing. See, imperfect harmony from universal energy. And I believe I am free when I accept my own divinity. Look at me closely and tell me what you see. If you are paying attention, you will now begin the ascension of the mind. Why? Because if you look at me just right, you'll see a kiss. For the kiss to make the breath exist. The intersection of my mother's and father's lips to touch, twist, and perfect what came next to produce me. Oh, and if you look at me, you will see the breeze. The breeze that took the shake the leaves to make my mother's hair move. My father dared touch it and say, oh please, may I have a kiss? It's the breeze made me exist. And if you want to get even deeper into this right now, when you look at me, you'll see a big old cloud. That's right. The cloud that took the form of the storm to make the breeze to shake the leaves and inspire the lip lock. Yes, a raindrop will pop out of these words. You heard me right, and if you look at me close, you will see a dark and stormy night. For what is night? Well, night is a night without its polar opposite of sunlight. So if you watch the way my hands sway, you see the light of day. And every day is a testament to the sediment of the Earth's core. It's ever spinning enormous force. So if you look at me just right, you'll see the spark of the source. But the most fascinating thing about this, and it's true, is if you look at me just right, you see you. Only what you perceive and how you believe, the space between you and me. We create reality. So when I sing, you can feel it. And when I cry, you can heal it. And when I sing, you can sing along. Sing with me. Peace, love, free. 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 Yeah. And when I try to fight, she takes me back to exactly where I need. And when I am alone and full of fear, I just remember the rising sun always appears. And every day, miracles that I see. Oh, love, she takes me back to exactly where I need. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Repeat with me. Peace, love, free. Peace, love, free. Peace, love, free. Peace, love, free. That's where we are today. Woo. All righty. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Welcome to the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living, our Love Stream service. We are so happy that you are here. We're glad that you decided to join us this morning. And if you are new to Centers for Spiritual Living or are teaching the science of mind, there's a few things I need to let you know about. Just gotta make sure my little slide moves on. Can you advance my slide? There we go. That's what I'm looking for. We are a faith tradition. I don't call us a religion. We're more of a philosophy with a spiritual base. And we honor all faith traditions because we have such a deep faith ourselves. And we understand that there are almost 8 billion people on this planet. That's 8 billion sparks of the divine that are here in Earth School in order to express that divine spark. We're going to be talking a little bit more about that later on. So there can't be just one way to believe, just one way to express, just one way to think. We are a new thought organization, meaning when we have a new thought, we give birth to a new experience. So if you are here for the first time, welcome. If you are here every single week, welcome back. We're really happy that you're here. And speaking of giving birth, I need to tell you that our keyboard player, Steph, had her baby on Friday. Yay! It's a little girl, and her name is Remy Rhodes Dougal. And so we welcome Remy. We're so happy that Steph and Cam are at home and enjoying the fruits of their labor. That was a little bit of a joke. Okay, anyway, not bad, eh? Anyway, Steph and Cam, if you are watching, congratulations. We're so happy. They are registered at West Coast Kids, in case anybody would like to show your appreciation to Steph Chapman. You can go ahead and do that, and we're really, really happy to have a new little Science of Mind baby in our midst. That's awesome news. So we're going to sing now. And this is a song, I just love it. It's become one of my favorite Kong songs. Amy and Gary Lynn Floyd wrote this together. And so it's going to climb this mountain one step at a time. Here we go.
Gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. Gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. Leave behind what's weighing me down, wash away what's holding me back. My heart is falling, face forward, feet on the ground, living in this courage I've found. The sky is calling, gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. Gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time, yeah. Leave behind what's weighing me down, wash away what's holding me back. My heart is falling, face forward, feet on stop till I get to the top. One step at a time. No doubt about it. Won't stop till I get to the top. One step at a time. Gonna climb this mountain. Won't stop till I get to the top. One step at a time. No doubt about it. Won't stop till I get to the top. One step at a time. 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 One step at a time.
Nice, good. I really like that song. It's really singable and danceable. It's a fun one to sing. So I've got a number of things to let you know. Kind of now that spring is getting ready to spring, we're kind of ramping up with activities, still not in person. We're still kind of waiting to see where things go, but we do have a lot of things that are happening via Zoom and opportunities to come together as a community. So our ministers and practitioners have put together a class called Treat Your Mind Spiritually. It's about learning the steps of spiritual mind treatment, but more than the steps, about the thought behind it, kind of the spiritual background of spiritual mind treatment. And they put it together. It's wonderful. They had a nice group joining on Wednesday night, and you're still welcome to join that. You can get the Zoom code and the information on the website or in the newsletter. In fact, everything I'm telling you about is on the newsletter, or on the website, because that's how we're communicating in these times. So our Soup for the Soul organization or group is kind of ongoing now. There's a group meeting today at Big T's down on Deer Run to make sandwiches, to then provide 2 cups for people who might be going hungry at this point. Everything's according to AHS guidelines, so we're doing everything the right way. That's why we're doing it at Big T's, because they have lots of experience with that. If you would like to be part of the team providing the Soup for the Soul and that sense of being in service, you can go to the website and find the Get Involved button and fill that out. We'll make sure we get that. Or you can contact Leslie at bigtsbarbecue.com and let her know that you'd like to be in service in that way. Again, information on the website. The farm is over 2/3 sold. How cool is that? So if you are thinking about doing it, you need to act now. If you are unfamiliar with our farm, we've got some land kind of on the side of the building over here, and we have a professional farmer who is taking care of it. And I think for those 15 weeks, the cost is $270, and you get 4 to 6 items every time, and lots of greens, root vegetables, herbs, or as you say it in Canada, herbs, okay? So you can contact Michael Gavin at the email address that's on the screen in front of you, and get that taken care of, or you can go to dirtboys.ca and fill out the contact form, and he'll contact you, but it's selling out quickly, so act now if you want to, and we're going to start getting our produce in June. Laughter Yoga is this coming Friday night. And if you have not done it yet, I absolutely encourage you to do so. It is a gas. Sharon Faulkner has been trained, and it's an actual training. It's an actual thing. It's not just getting together and go, ho, 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 ho. There's actually physical and mental and spiritual benefit to doing the laughter yoga. That's taking place this Friday night. I switched that. 6:30 to 7:30, and you can find that information once again on the website. And finally, our ongoing weekly gatherings. I told you we had a lot of stuff going on. Consciousness Seekers on Monday nights at 7. Coffee with me, Dr. Pat, Wednesdays at noon. The Thursday night meditation, the Saging Circle for people 60 and above on Saturday mornings, although they're going on hiatus at the end of May for the summer, and then we'll start meeting again in September. We'll have more information about that. And right after the service today, you can join the after-service chat with me at noon, and we'll talk about the talk, and we'll just kind of do a little bit of a check-in and stuff. So it's a great way of staying connected with everybody. Okay, everybody take a deep breath. That was a lot of talking. So now, we're going to go to our more sacred part. We got the business taken care of. And so Amy is going to lead us in a chant. And then Sabrina, our practitioner of the day, will give us our spiritual mind treatment. So I invite you to just go within. Just set everything aside and allow yourself to be in this perfect moment.
I am dropping down to the truth of who I am. I am dropping down, surrendering in love. I am dropping down to the truth of who I am. I am dropping down, surrendering in love. I am dropping down to the truth of who I am. I am dropping down, surrendering in love.
Dropping down to the truth, connecting with the one, source, spirit, infinite intelligence that is present everywhere equally in its fullness, animating its essence in all and through all. It is the one presence that is always unfolding its perfection throughout all of life. And I am of that perfection, embraced in it, united with it, alive within it. And all that it is, I am a singular manifestation of perfection unfolding. So right here and right now, I claim my divine nature that is always pouring forth from within into every act, into every thought, into every idea, allowing myself to be who I am. And in this divine love, I gently let go of all the false narratives that I have unknowingly thought about myself. I let go of any fear or doubt. And in this now moment, I stand confidently in my power and allowing myself to show up in life the way that I only can. And as I begin to open up to more of who I am able to see others in the same divine lens. And for this truth and so much more, I am truly grateful. So with an open heart and thanksgiving, I release my words into the infinite law of the universe, knowing that it must return manifested. So I simply release and I let it be, claiming together, and so it is.
I am dropping down to the truth of who I am. I am dropping down, surrendering in love.
Thank you, Amy. And thank you, Sabrina, for that beautiful treatment. And because our hearts are open, we have dropped down into the truth of who we are. We're going to repeat our vision and mission statements for the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living. These are living documents, and we talk about them every week so that we remember who we are. Even when we are not meeting physically together as a community, we are still a loving, inclusive community. So let's say these together. The Calgary Center for Spiritual Living is a beacon of spiritual illumination that inspires individuals to reveal their wholeness, co-creating a world that works for everyone. And how we do that is through our mission. The Calgary Center for Spiritual Living makes accessible a way of living and thinking that reveals one's spiritual magnificence and personal power. We co-create an inclusive community that fosters an expansion of consciousness. We co-create together inclusivity. Whoever you are, wherever you are welcome here. And so I'm really excited about today's music because it fits in perfectly with my talk as usual. But this is just a really, really fun song, and nobody does it quite like Amy. So please welcome Amy Bishop, Oliver Miguel, John Day, Luis Tovar, and Lisa Jacobs.
Made a wrong turn once or twice, dug my way out, blood and fire, bad decisions, that's all right. Welcome to my silly life. Mistreated, misplaced, misunderstood, no way, it's all good, it didn't slow me down. Mistaken, always second guessing, underestimated, look, I'm still around. Pretty, pretty, please, don't you ever feel like you are less than perfect. Pretty, pretty, please, if you ever feel like you are nothing, you are perfect to me. You're so mean when you talk about yourself, you're wrong. Change the voices in your head, make them like you instead. So complicated, look happy you'll make it, filled with so much hatred, such a tired game. It's enough, I've done all I can think of, chased down all my demons, seen you do the same. Pretty, pretty, please, don't you ever feel like you are less than perfect. Pretty, pretty, please, if you ever feel like you are nothing, you are perfect to me. what is. I should be thinking about me drinking of them quite cold beer, so cool in life. Try, but we try too hard. It's a waste of my time. Stop looking for the critics, cause they're everywhere. Don't like my jeans, they don't get my hair. Fool ourselves, we do it all the time. Why do I do that? Why do we do that? Yeah! Pretty, pretty please, don't you ever feel like you are less than perfect. Pretty, pretty please, don't you ever feel like you are nothing. You are perfect to me. You're perfect. You're perfect. Oh, if you ever feel like you're nothing, you are perfect to me.
Woohoo! And the crowd goes wild. Give it up for our amazing CCSL band. Oliver, can you get my thing for me? Thank you. Thank you, all 2 people who are in the audience today. They went wild. Woo! But we know you're out there, and we love you. That's an absolutely true statement. If you think that you're out there in a void, you're not. We love to read the comments, and we love to know that you're out there. So thank you for being here every Sunday. It's pretty special. So if you would please breathe with me. Taking a deep breath and release. And again. And they let go. And one more time. Take it in and release. That's so grounding. Breathing is grounding, but breathing as a group, as a community, it's really special. So thank you always for indulging me in that as I prepare to give my talk. So I have a question, and I realize that you all are out there in Lovestream land, but I'm going to ask it anyway as if you were here physically. Are there any perfectionists in the house? Okay. I knew that. I knew that there. Does anybody here have to have things just so in order to proceed with a project or an idea? Okay, I'm getting an idea here. Is anybody here, like my mother, unable to relax or get comfortable until everything is in its place? Okay, so you get the idea, and I need to confess something to you. I am not that kind of a person. I am much more of a fly by the seat of my pants kind of a person. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't prepare, because I do, and it doesn't mean that I don't take pride in things that I do, like my talks. I absolutely do. It just means that I eventually reach a point where I think to myself, it's good enough. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't care about you and I don't care what I'm presenting. I do deeply put a lot of thought and a lot of time into prepping this. But I have found that once I've gotten the talk to where it's good enough, and that usually happens second or third time through on Sunday morning as I'm preparing to come to the center. But once I get it, okay, it's good enough, I need to let go of my idea of perfection in order to allow spirit or allow the muses some room to express. Does that make sense? In other words, if I've worked myself into a state of perfectionism, my version of what perfection might be, I can run the risk of blocking the creative energy of spirit that is wanting to express through me and as me. Because here's the thing about creativity. It is very unpredictable. We don't know when it's going to show up. We don't know how it's going to show up. And I think that's a blessing because there may be something that needs to be said. There may be something that I need to do that I am not consciously aware of at the time. So I have to make room for, I have to allow that extra something to flow and to add flavor to what it is that I'm doing. In other words, I need to be open to life expressing on its terms. And Ernest Holmes had something to say about that. He said, "You exist. The divine feeling, fire, imagination, and creativity may be expressed through you. The Spirit comes to you in a new and fresh creativity. You need not ask what others have done or how they have done it. Be yourself and express life as you find it." Now, I'm not saying that you can't do that as a perfectionist. I am just saying that maybe it is possible to be imperfectly perfect. In fact, that's the name of the talk, Imperfectly Perfect. In other words, to do the best that you can do to get the thing ready and then allow the muses a chance to come in and play. So let me give you an example, a current example right here, right now. On Sunday mornings when I get here, the band, our wonderful band, is already rehearsing. They get here about 8:30 and they start rehearsing. Now, you understand that these are absolutely top-notch professional musicians. Every one of them have honed their skills so that they play the songs that are in front of them absolutely correctly. Right notes, right rhythm, right tempo, right dynamics, everything. They play it technically perfect. And yet something interesting happens, and I witness it week after week after week. Something interesting happens when it comes time to actually perform the songs. The musicians, even though they are hitting all the right notes and all the right rhythms, somehow intuitively know to make room for inspiration to have its way with them. And that is what we get to hear every single Sunday morning. In other words, they've done their prep work, they've done everything so that it is good enough, and then they allow Spirit to take it to new heights. So if they were perfectionists in the sense that I'm talking about, it might be technically perfect, but it might lack the extra oomph, that transcendence that we've been accustomed to. It's as if when they make room for something more makes itself known. It's fascinating to observe. Jerry Halliwell, who was Ginger Spice in the Spice Girls, said this: "Perfectionism kills art. I find that if I criticize myself, it spoils the fun. You can get paralyzed by analysis. It takes all the playfulness away." Now, That doesn't mean that there's anything that perfectionists don't have a place in life. I love perfectionists. I'm someone who needs a perfectionist around me because I really love their attention to detail, and I love their willingness to go the extra mile, you bet. But what I observe sometimes is that they get to spinning their wheels, and they're really hard on themselves if something isn't perfect. And so part of today's talk about being imperfectly perfect is to give perfectionists both a shout out for being awesome, yay, and permission to chill out a little bit. Because what we understand is that the universe conspires in our favor all of the time, even when we're not aware of it. And when we understand that the universe is conspiring on our behalf, we can see how absolutely acceptable it is to be imperfectly perfect or perfectly imperfect. In fact, it's part of our spiritual growth. How, you may ask? Well, I'm about to tell you. When we continue to do our best, okay, it's good enough. This is good. This is good right here. But we also make room for that unknown to partner with us. It builds our faith muscles. So not only are we working on and building our own capabilities, but we are also building our faith in the creative power to come in and enhance and strengthen us and what it is that we're doing. For instance, going back to our wonderful musicians, I don't imagine, maybe Oliver, but I don't imagine that this is completely true, that Oliver was born with the freedom and the faith that he plays with now. I don't think he came out scatting or riffing or whatever it is that he does on the saxophone. What happens is that you learn, as a musician, you learn the basics. John learned the basics, how he's practiced scale after scale after scale. Oliver, all of that. Luis, all of this stuff, right? So they learned the basics, and then they tried new things. And chances are they sucked at it. They were am I right? They were imperfect. But then, little by little, they learned how to trust themselves. And they learned how to trust that their higher self was going to help to deliver something more. So I'm researching this talk. And I found this, me and social media, right? I found this amazing quote on Facebook. I don't know who said it, but it absolutely fits the topic. And, I save things when I know that it's going to fit a topic. And it said, I don't know who said it, you don't have to be perfect to be inspiring. People will be inspired by how you deal with your imperfection. And the picture that I put up there to accompany that quote is Terry Fox, who was physically had challenges, and yet people were inspired by how he lived his life. So let me tell you how this all came about. I belong to a Facebook group and Zoom group. We meet on Facebook, but we also meet via Zoom, that is for spiritual single women of a certain age. That's what we call it. And we gather together to support one another as we navigate through life as single women of a certain age. So one of the people who, actually the woman who started the group, named Reverend Kathy Mastriani, a colleague of mine, just a beautiful gal, and she shared in our last Zoom meeting, which was last Sunday, that she needed to have a really important but difficult conversation with someone. And being a perfectionist, she wanted to do it perfectly. So as she put it, she said, my preference would be to be completely grounded, centered, and have the perfect words at the tip of my tongue. Unfortunately, sometimes that is not my reality. So I just don't have that important conversation at all. So I wanted to know if any of you can relate to that. Does that resonate with you? Does anybody else not do something or not say something that is super, super important because you can't do it perfectly? And so because you cannot do it perfectly, you don't do it at all? Anybody? Yeah? Yeah. So I wonder when I hear about things like that, because you know me, I'm a bit of a bull in a china shop. If I got something to say, I'll try to couch it nicely, but mostly I'm just going to say it, right? So I wonder how many important things go undone or go unsaid because of our attachment to perfection. And I wonder what would happen if we instead trusted divine action and activity, even imperfectly. So Kathy goes on to say, I'm learning to use my spiritual practices, breathe, and ready or not, have the conversation. She said, I allow spirit to flow through me, trusting that no matter how uncomfortable it may feel, having the conversation, even imperfectly, is important. In the end, I have more respect for myself by stepping through the fear and speaking my word in as loving a way as I can. Well, I was very inspired by that. She's the one that coined the phrase that actually caused me to want to talk about this today. She said, do it imperfectly. Just do it imperfectly. In other words, do it even though you know it's not going to be perfect, because doing it imperfectly can be the path to growth. Is this making sense? It's making sense to me. Okay, so I love Sabrina's meditation, and I loved her treatment today because she knew that this was kind of going to be the topic, right? And she used the term at one point, perfect, whole, and complete. So we use that a lot here. You've heard me say many, many times that each one of us, we are perfect, whole, and complete. I have you repeat that with me sometimes. In fact, I looked up on my concordance, Dr. Holmes uses the word perfect or some variation of it, perfection, perfectionism, anything like that. He uses it over 500 times in his writings. However, usually when he is referring to something being perfect or perfection, he is referring to this higher idea of God or of the universe. So he's not directly saying it about us. However, just as I teach every week, we are part of that higher idea. Each one of us. So in the truest sense of the word, we are absolutely perfect, whole, and complete spiritually. And we are having a human experience. And this human experience gives us a myriad of opportunities to learn by trial and error. So in this human experience that we are all having, we appear to be imperfect. We appear to have challenges. We appear to live in duality. It isn't true in the spiritual sense, but it appears to be true in the physical human sense. And yet as we wake up, I don't mean wake up from bed, sleep, but as we start to wake up, as we start to expand our consciousness, we allow we reveal more of our perfection to show up in the things that we do and the way that we do them. Dr. Holmes said this: we should invite divine ideas to find entrance and expression through our consciousness. We should permit the inspiration of the creative genius of the universe to impart new ideas to us, to create new scenes, to enlarge all our horizons. Take a deep breath. We should permit the inspiration of the creative genius of the universe to impart new ideas to us, to create new scenes, to enlarge all our horizons. Now, this talk about being imperfectly perfect would not be complete without speaking to the opposite side of perfectionism, which actually might be the actual cause of perfectionism. Because I know that there are people out there who cannot believe that they are perfect. In fact, they believe that they are irreparably broken, that they are flawed. Maybe they were told from a young age that they were unlovable or they wouldn't amount to anything. Maybe they made serious mistakes in their past and they just can't get beyond them. Just can't get beyond those mistakes. Maybe they're so self-conscious and so self-critical that they simply can't dream of a life like Ernest Holmes was talking about, dream of a life larger and different than what they are currently living. And so if that describes you at this point, then I have a few things to say to you. There is a part of you that has never been hurt. There's a part of you that has never been criticized, never been bullied, never been teased. There's a part of you that has been unaffected by mistakes. There's a part of you that absolutely is whole, perfect, and complete. I call it the divine spark. That's a term that resonates with me. Some people call it the God within, the Christ within, Christ consciousness, whatever you want to call it. There is a place within you that is untouched by the world of effect, by this human experience. The spark of the divine. And it is waiting to be known, to be acknowledged, to be expressed by you. In spite of any belief, false belief that you have about being unlovable or being unworthy or being broken, that divine spark that is within you only knows you as part of itself. It wants to experience life through your life. It wants to see the world through your eyes. It wants to express itself through you, as you. No matter how imperfectly you think you may be living your life. In its eyes, in its heart, you are the beloved. So as that song that Amy sang at the beginning of the talk, pretty, pretty please, don't you ever ever feel like you are less than perfect. Because that is the whole, complete, and perfect truth. I love you all. I miss you, but I know you're there, and so it is.
I'm bad at being in love. I'm bad at being alone. Lost when I find myself without somebody's arms to call home. I need someone to make me feel valued. Still it feels like I'm never enough. I walk to the world half empty, hoping someone will just fill my cup. Oh, I'm perfect and broken, the sand within the pearl. Hopeful and hopeless and messed up, beautiful girl. The laughter, the weeping, stillness and the storm. I'm perfect and broken. I'm learning to bend with the wind. Not let the wind knock me down. Determined to stand in the wildest squall. Hands in the heavens, feet on the ground, 'cause I barely tapped into my strength. It's been locked up in anger and strife, but I am beauty and beast. I am famine and feast, and the love I've been searching for all of my life. Oh, I'm perfect and broken, the sand within the pearl. Hopeful and hopeless and messed up, beautiful girl. The laughter, the weeping, stillness and the storm. I'm perfect and broken. I'm perfect and broken, sand within the pearl. Hopeful and hopeless and messed up, beautiful girl. Laughter, the weeping, stillness and the storm.
to make my point, that song during rehearsal was very nice. It was technically just right. And what we just heard was that something and more. Give it up for our band. They're fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Give it up also for our tech team. Yeah, I love to thank these guys. They're so wonderful. We've got Dwayne on sound, and we have Jason running the shebang, the whole thing, as far as the love stream goes. And so I'm going to make a little ask here. They show up every Sunday. They're here every single Sunday, and I think they do it because they love us. I'm quite sure they do it because they love us and love you. And we sure would like to have a couple of people who would like to learn how to do this, so that if there ever is a need for one of them to be spelled, we have that covered. And so if that calls to you, if that's like something that says, you know what, I'd be willing to do that imperfectly for a while and learn the ropes, send me an email, drpat@calgarycsl.org, and let me know that you might be interested, and I'll put you in touch with Jason or Dwayne, and maybe you can come up and sit in the sound booth and see if that's something for you. So that would be awesome. We'd love that. So that's one of the ways you can support us. I talk about this every week. You support us by showing up, by making comments, by knowing you're out there. Thank you so much for that. Financial support is also important because we're keeping going. As you know, we're keeping the full thing going. So if you would like to send an e-transfer, and you know all of this is tax deductible, right? So send an e-transfer to office@calgarycsl.org if you're in Canada. If you're in the States and want to use PayPal, you can do that, or in Canada, you can use PayPal. Just make sure that you designate it's Canadian dollars. You can send a check. We accept checks, you betcha. Or you can call the office and talk to the lovely Kat on Monday through Thursday, 10 to 3. Give her your credit card information. We can put you on automatic withdrawal. I just started doing that, and it's pretty cool because it's just like I don't have to think about it. Although I love to tithe, I really love to tithe, and so I miss it a little bit. But if that's something you just want to make sure that you're supporting us, you can do that through the automatic withdrawal, or just if it's a one-time thing, that's wonderful as well. So let's say our conscious giving affirmation together. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I give returns to me multiplied abundantly. I am so blessed, and so it is. And so it is. And we're going to sing love. You guys sang life last week, didn't you? So let's do life in the middle. So we'll love, life, love. Yeah, that works.
I thank love for everything. I thank love for everything. I thank love for everything. I thank love for everything.
Thank life.
I thank life for everything. I thank life for everything. I thank life for everything. I thank life for everything.
Love.
I thank life for everything. I thank life for everything. I thank life for everything. I thank life for everything.
Woohoo! Wah, wah. Amy, you're not doing that thing. Wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, with that in mind, we're gonna do our final closing. Wah, wah, wah. Okay. Okay, we're getting a little punchy here. Okay, so get that energy going. Get it going. We're going to send it out into the world. We're going to send it out for a healing of everything that might be taking place right now. Physical healing, emotional healing, spiritual healing, whatever it takes. Okay, you ready? We're going to send it out into the world on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Whoosh! Have a wonderful Have a wonderful week. Love you. Bye-bye now.
Well, it's all right, riding around on a breeze. Well, it's all right, if you live the life you please. Well, it's all right, doing the best you can. Well, it's all right, long as you lend a hand. You can sit around and wait for the phone to ring at the end of the line, waiting for someone to tell you everything at the end of the line, Wait and see what tomorrow brings. Maybe a diamond ring. Well, it's all right, even if they say you're wrong. Well, it's all right. Sometimes you gotta be strong. Well, it's all right, as long as you got somewhere to lay. Well, it's all right. Every day is just one day. Maybe somewhere down the road away, at the end of the line, think of me and wonder where I am these days. At the end of the line, maybe sometime when somebody plays Purple Haze. Well, it's all right, even when push comes to shove. Well, it's all right, as long as you got someone to love. Well, it's all right, everything will work out fine. Well, it's all right, going to the end of the line. Don't have to be ashamed of the car I drive at the end of the line. Happy to be here, happy to be alive at the end of the line, And it don't matter who's by my side at the end of the line, I'm satisfied. Well, it's all right, even if you're old and gray. Well, it's all right, still got something to say. Well, it's all right, remember to live and live. Well, it's all right, best you can do is forgive. Well, it's all right, riding around on a breeze. Well, it's all right, if you live the life you please. Well, it's all right, even if the sun don't shine. Well, it's all right, going to the end of the line. Ready? 2, 3.